1 second from half court.
Jumping for joy with
first ever.
A 2-on-1. Oh,
did he bring it in? He did.
It is.
Caught! 1 second.
It is basketball season here in Johnston, Rhode Island. Boys basketball, second campaign in Division I, coming off their worst year in school history, 0-22, a year to forget. We are here for opening night here in Johnston, Rhode Island at Johnston Senior High School. Last year, Panthers opened up league play in Smithfield. This year, they open up with Smithfield in their home arena. And last year, it wasn't on the good side for the Panthers, going 0-22. Lost 65-45 in their first game against Smithfield. Kind of was a wake-up call for that team. But, Matt, we're going to do a little pregame show before tip-off. We have 4 minutes until lineups. So let's go over a little bit. We'll start with Smithfield first. Now, Smithfield, obviously they had wins last year. They were better than Johnston. They lost in the first round to Hendy. But the thing with Smithfield, they've had Johnston's number over the years. Their past 3 matchups, Smithfield has won all 3. What is something that Johnston can do to finally get that first win?
Yeah, you know what, I wrote down some pregame notes. It really goes down to the small things. They had trouble last year with turnovers, rebounds, just losing control of that ball. And you kind of saw it in some of the JV and how they play. And sometimes they just play a little selfish to me. You know, trying to make those big shots instead of like slowing it down and, you know, passing the ball around, making the other team work, making the other team tired, and then going and score. Not making, you know, those big threes, you know, those contested threes, just slowing down the game a little bit, you know, getting that first win.
Yeah, that was really what my next question was going to be. What was the main problem for Johnston last year? And you basically summed it up. Turnovers were the big thing for Johnston last year, and also the rebounding that could not go their way. Now, looking at Smithfield, they are a very big team, so that's definitely something that Johnston's going to look out for. So be prepared for a lot of A.D. Neal, Jacob Pettit minutes. You know that Johnston's coming out with a small lineup. We'll get to the starting lineups at game time. But for Johnston, their key returners this year, they have 2 good seniors. They have Ronnie Vento, they're one of their best scorers. They have Jason Skinner, one of their best defenders. You have A.D. Neal coming off a good rookie campaign, and Chris Cherry, who started the year but then suffered a season-ending injury. That is someone that Ronnie Vento really looked at and said, he's going to be a man that's going to make a big game changer. And Chris Cherry, what do you guys say about him?
Yeah, he's a great player, and honestly, this team, it's a very young team. You don't have a lot of seniors. You don't have a lot of you're only graduating 3. You have Jason, Ronnie, and Jacob Pettit, but most of all, everyone's pretty much returning for next year. It's a very young team. It's a very good team. And even watching JV, even though we lost, you know, you can see that talent in them, and you can see like the coaching and what goes into these teams. They're going to have a bright future. Maybe not last year, maybe not this year, but these next 1, 2, 3 years, they're going to be a really, you know, great team and a threat in Division I.
That's another thing with Johnston. When I talked with Ronnie Vento in my short little interview, they only graduated 2 starting seniors. They had Andy Vila and Sincere Waldron. That is one of the greatest things for Johnston because their team was so young. They got all the experience. They don't want that to happen again. And that's what Ronnie Vento says. The experience last year was actually on the bright side. They went 0-22, but getting that experience and not wanting to let that happen again, that's something that Ronnie Vento looked at.
Yeah, and it's not just basketball here at Johnson. Pretty much all the sports. So you have girls volleyball, girls basketball, boys basketball, baseball, football. You know, just such young teams. You know, really great future for Johnson sports. You know, to look forward to.
So a good thing for Johnson this year, they get a very big scorer on their squad, Jordan Dickow, coming up from Ferry, averaging 30 points a game down at Ferry. And when I talked to Ronnie about how big of an impact Dickow is going to have, he said he's a very humble kid. He's not selfish, and that's the great thing for Johnston.
Yeah, you know, it is. And, you know, having the pleasure of, you know, writing an article about him in middle school and getting to watch some of those games, it was great to see the talent and the ability he has. And it's going to be a real big addition here for the Panthers. You know, middle school to high school, it's a big transition, especially going from middle school to varsity high school. So I would love to see, you know, how he takes that big leap. You know, I know he's been working really hard on the offseason. And this first game, you know, first game of the season, they lost to Mount Hope in the scrimmage. But this is the really first, you know, in-season game that they're going to be playing together. And I'd love to see what, you know, they're going to do.
So you already answered the question about what the problem was last year with the turnovers and the rebounding. For this year coming up, they have the same schedule. What is something that Johnson can really do to really overpower the other Division I squads?
I wouldn't really say overpowering them. You know, this team's not going to come out here scoring 100 points. That's not what they're going to do. They're going to have to. They're a small young team. The really only tall person they have is Jacob Pettit. And last year he struggled in the post with the rebounds and turning over the ball. So they got to play small ball here. You know, they got to come out here, make every single play, you know, count. Passing the ball, shooting the ball, make smart decisions, make smart basketball decisions. That's what they got to do.
Well, that's going to wrap it up for a short little pregame show. Starting lineups, tip-off when we come back here on the NFHS Network and our own YouTube channel. Stay tuned.
This is heart. This is pride. This is community. This is high school football. Our number one priority is protecting our players. That's why we're writing new rules for the sport and developing innovative educational tools to protect our athletes. This is player protection. This is high school football.
Smithfield High School versus Johnston High School, a rematch of last year's opening night game in Smithfield. Smithfield took it 65-45. Johnston looking for their first win in Division I history, going 0-20 in league play last year, 0-22 overall. Let's get to your starting lineup. First for the visitors, Smithfield. At a guard, number 0, Luke Dwyer. A guard, number 2, Corey Blakely. A guard, number 4, Christian Snowman. A forward, number 5, Shane Trainer. And center, number 33, Davon Smith. For your Panthers, a guard, number 1, Chris Cherry. Guard number 2, Ronnie Vento, captain. Guard number 4 is Captain Jason Skino. A forward, number 11, Michael Morsilli. And a forward, number 3, Jordan Dicklow. Morsilli on the tip-off. Smith for Smithfield. Ball is underway, and off we are. Basketball season is underway. Taking it in the hands of Blakely. Passes to the right wing to Dwyer. Inside to Smith. Morsilli on guard. Inside, cut. Blocked away by Skino, taken by Cherry. Gives it to Vento to slow the offense down. Inside to Dicklow. Morsilli, deep 3. No good. Into the hands of Dwyer. Pass to Blakely. Blakely fakes, drives inside on Vento. And out off the window and off the front rim and in. And Smithfield has the first points of the game. As Dicklow drives inside, has a lay, and it gets blocked away. Morsilli on the rebound, and the putback is good. Morsilli has the first points for the Panthers in 2025.
Yeah, both teams coming out here shooting. You can definitely tell Smithfield's size will be a problem in this game.
Dwyer drives inside on Morsilli. Morsilli blocks it away. Dwyer retains it. Inside to Smith, the big center. Outside to Dwyer. Cherry on the coverage. And pass to Blakely. Skino on defense. 7 to shoot. Inside, Morsilli. It gets knocked away. And it was last touched by Morsilli and the Panther offense with 3 to shoot. So far, we see the aggression coming out from both of these squads, and the Panther home fans really giving it to the Sentinels right now.
Yeah, you know what? The Panthers want this win. They want it bad. Working all offseason to get a good season in.
Pass inside, a wide open Trainer. Gets blocked away by Morsilli. 2 blocks already for the junior. Vento, pass to Morsilli. Morsilli deep 3 off the front rim. Taken by Cherry. Cherry takes a 3. Top of the wing, it's no good. Rebound by Dwyer. And he's going to slow it down for Smithfield with Vento on coverage. Man coverage to start out for the Panthers. Blakely drives inside, looking for a man. Passes outside to Snowman. Dwyer thought about it. Cherry jumps. Pull up mid-range is no good. Rebound by Dicklow. And into the hands of Ronnie Vento. Panthers looking for their first lead of the game. Vento drives, wide open lane to the rack and good. Vento with his first points in his senior campaign, the senior captain, gives the Panthers their first lead of the game.
Yeah, you know, Ronnie working all offseason in the gym every single day, showing off here.
Here's pass to Blakely. Vento on the defense. Screen by Smith. Loses handle over there by Blakely. Dwyer drives inside, outside. Vento on coverage, it goes off his foot. Great defense, though, by the captain. And we have a little bit of a timeout. Smithfield player tying a shoe. Almost 3 minutes into the game. Johnston with a 4-2 lead, but the aggression by both teams is already here.
The defense from Johnston has been great so far. Getting a little chippy there. Student section getting into it. You love to see it.
All standing right now, can't even see it. And here we go, the whistle is up. Passing outside to Dwyer. 5 to shoot. Dwyer drives inside on Cherry, and he gets fouled. So 2 free throws coming for Luke Dwyer and the Sentinels. No subs yet for either of the teams. Dwyer looking to knot this one up at 4 with 2 free throws.
You know what? You can already tell Johnston's coming back with the season with a vengeance.
You know, the article that the Rhodey Beat wrote in the Johnson Sunrise when Mike Bedrosian said, the guys aren't used to winning yet, and that's obviously normal. It's a new group. But once they get that winning feeling, it's going to be different. As he goes 1 for 2 from the line, Diclo passes to Cherry. Cherry looking for a man, passes to Morsilli. The excellent three-point shooter for Johnston. They're looking for a big surge season out of him. Cherry drives inside on step back and Snowman. And an air ball by Cherry. Sentinels are going to get the ball right back. Trailing by 1 in this one. Under 5 to go here in the first quarter. Dwyer drives inside on Cherry, and it's going to be off the rim. Smithfield regains the lead, 5-4 over the Panthers. Diclo inside to Morsilli. Big Smith on him. Morsilli, a little step back off the rim. Smithfield still hanging on to a 5-4 lead. Dwyer inside, looks for a man. Dwyer drives inside on Vento. Dwyer passes outside to Trainer. Vento on the coverage. Trainer inside, stolen by Diclo. Here's Diclo, passes to Vento. Thought about the 3, now passes it back to the top of the key where Diclo is. Diclo spins away from a defender. Diclo inside, little pull up, no good. Rebound by Trainer. Taken in the hands of Blakely. Blakely drives inside, pull up mid-range over Vento, no good. Rebound by Smith, outside of Snowman. Snowman takes a 3, no good off the rim. Rebound by Smith over Morsilli and Vento.
No, that's the size coming into play, Ant.
Dwyer takes a 3 from the top of the key, pure. Well, that's another rebounding issue from Johnson from last year. The second chance opportunities that turn into 3 chances, 4 chances, and Smithfield cashes in right there.
Yeah, you saw that last year, and the tenacity coming out here, but it's if they can keep that throughout the game.
Here's Diclo, taking Morsilli. Diclo has it at the left wing. Diclo drives inside, loses the ball, and it's going to go Smithfield way off his foot. And we have our first subs of the game. For Johnson, Henry Rodriguez will check in for Jordan Diclo. And for Smithfield, Corey Trost, the senior guard, will check into the game along with Anthony DiLorenzo. First subs of the game.
That's a big problem last year, the turnovers, and you just can't have that if you want to have winning
Pass
basketball.
inside, and Warren, count the bucket. Corey Blakely over Ronnie Vento. Just like that, a quick 7-0 run from Smithfield. Has increased their lead to 10-4 and looking for the +1. Here's Blakely's free throw attempt. Switch right through. So an 8-0 run for Smithfield after trailing 4-2. Cherry inside to Morsilli. On DiLorenzo, Morsilli step back, no good. Air ball for Morsilli, a bit of a scoring drought for Johnston. This is where the other teams usually take advantage of them. Dwyer, spin move, and it's no good. Rebound Trainer, up on Vento. Off the backboard and in. Trainer again, now that one gets blocked. Into the hands of Trainer again, the ball's loose. Now Vento takes it. Wild sequence down there. Cherry will look to slow it down for Johnston. Passes to Rodriguez. Rodriguez inside to Skino. Skino and 1, and it rolls in and out. That would have been a huge momentum gain for Johnston. But Skino will go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, you know what? We saw it last year. They come out shooting. They come out playing great, the tenacity. But last year, it was late in games where they would just lose their energy, lose their fire, and that's really why they would lose the games.
Skino's first one rolls in and out as 2 subs check into the game. Jake Pettit, his first minutes of the year, and Diclo checks back into the game. Morsilli and Cherry will check out for Johnston.
And we know last year Pettit had a little bit of a rebounding problem. We'll see if he can clean it up this year.
Skino's second attempt is through. It's now 11-5. Smithfield leads over Johnston. Bit of a press defense for Johnston inside of Trainer. Trainer outside to Blakely. Pass to Dwyer. Dwyer from the right wing. An air ball. Trainer gets it though. Passes to DiLorenzo. Back to Blakely. Blakely inside on Pettit. Teardrop is no good. Rebound Pettit. Loses the handle and now he's going to get fouled. I think that foul is going to be on Shane Trainer, senior forward for Smithfield. But yeah, to your point, Matt, that was a big problem for Johnston last year, the rebounding. And Jake Pettit, who really couldn't really get it going on the boards his junior campaign. Let's see if we can get it going this year, as this is a big year expected out of him. Vento passes to Dicklow. Dicklow, his three, off the front rim. Rebounded by DiLorenzo. Blakely has a 2-on-1. Blakely goes up on Vento and gets fouled on the way up. Second foul on Ronnie Vento. That's going to send Blakely to the line to shoot 2 more.
You know, that was another key thing last year. The fouls on Johnston, just a combination of things, turning over the ball, the rebounding, the giving the other team free points and fouls.
Blakely connects on the first one. Him and Dwyer both have 6 points so far in this one, as Skino and Vento check out of the game. And Morsilli and Cherry will check in. Davon Smith checks back in for the Sentinels. 2 for 2 from the line for Blakely. 13-5 lead for Smithfield. Pass inside to Morsilli. Morsilli, a little teardrop. That one rolls in and out. Taken by Smith, a big forward for Smithfield. DiLorenzo looks, fakes the pass and takes it, no good, off Pettit's head. But Rodriguez gets the rebound. Pass to Morsilli, pass to Cherry. Cherry, spin move, inside. Left-handed take is no good. Rebound by Smith. Smith wants to slow it down into the hands of Trost. And now Dwyer will take it up for Smithfield. Under 1 minute to play here in the first. Smithfield with a 13-5 lead over Johnston. Trost, pass to DiLorenzo, inside to Smith on Pettit. And a great cut by Trost. Oh, it rolls in and out. Here's Dicklow now, down the wing. Game clock and shot clock differ by 3 seconds. Inside to Pettit. Pettit off the window and in. First bucket for Johnston since the 5-minute mark. Been a huge scoring drought for Johnston besides the 2 free throws that they attempted.
Yeah, you know, they're great getting to the basket, but
Deep
not
3
good
by
finishing.
DiLorenzo, no good. Dicklow with the rebound, 9 to play. Dicklow drives inside to Morsilli, it's good. Morsilli, a little teardrop. Blakely at the buzzer, it's gonna be short. Well, big 2 shots from Johnston there at the end to cut this lead to 4. We're gonna take a quick break before the start of the second intermission. Smithfield 13, Johnston 9. (13-9), Smithfield leaves over Johnston. Matt DeGette runs back to the booth with Reese's and water. Welcome back Tyler Holton to the media booth. Vento thought about the three. Now drives inside on Trost. Gonna be a foul on Trost. Alongside Matthew Duquette Siswick, I'm Anthony Vendetti, your play-by-play announcer. Arthur Men behind the computer. Timothy and Thomas Oidara behind the camera. Dante doing the stats, newest member of our media club, providing the stats for us. Diclo inside to Morsilli, a little teardrop, no good, rolls in and out. DiLorenzo with the rebound. Blakely and Ronnie at the wing. Trost inside to Smith, and that one kind of slipped out of his hands, and it's going to be Johnston ball.
Yeah, no, before we were saying before the end of the first quarter, Johnston has a great ability to get to the bucket, but they just can't finish. They can't get those points.
Is Diclo. Vento, his three. Rolls in and out. And it's going to be, I think, not sure of the call right there, but it's going to be Smithfield ball nonetheless.
I think might have hit the wire up on the basket.
I'm going to assume it's that as well. But here we go. Johnson still trailing 13-9 to Smithfield. Bit of a press here from Johnson here in the second. Pass to Trainer. Trost, his three from the left wing. Pure. Trost hits his first bucket of the game, and Smithfield has jumped out to a 16-9 lead. Bento inside Morsilli on Trainer. Morsilli in and out. Pettit with the rebound. Pettit goes up, and that one rolls in and out. Two missed opportunities there for the Panthers. Blakely drives in, now takes a mid-range. No good. Rebound by Ronnie Vento. Cherry with it. On the right wing. After the top to Vento. Vento inside Morsilli. Give and go. Vento takes it. Rolls in and out. Rebound by Trainer. Some tough luck for the Panthers here. 3 consecutive missed shots.
And you know, not all bad shots, just kind of in and out.
Pass to Trost. Moves to the top of the key. Morsilli now on coverage. Mismatch inside. Pettit knocks it out of Smith's hands. Pettit on the coverage. Drive inside on Pettit, no good. Rebound by Smith is in and good. Second chance for Smith, and he gets it to go over Pettit. 18-9. Diclo draws the foul against Snowman. That'll be his first. As Aiden Neal waits to check in for Johnston for his sophomore campaign, and Luke Dwyer will check in for Smithfield as Pettit will check out along with Blakely. So Blakely, who's been a force for Smithfield, takes some bricks off the Panthers' shoulders. .540 to go, 18-9, Smithfield leads. Diclo drives inside. Diclo, wide open lane, and he puts it up and in. And we're gonna have a timeout call by Johnston. We're gonna take a quick break. Johnston gets a much needed score by Diclo, 18-11. (18-11), Smithfield leads over Johnston. Scores his first varsity bucket. Much needed points for the Panthers. They want to avoid their best to go by 10, Matt, because when they go down by double digits, it seems like the game just goes downhill from there.
Yeah, you know, it's just the mentality. Like, oh yeah, you know, I'm down by 10. There's no shot getting into the game, and that's what you can't have. We saw it last year, and I said it first quarter. The problem was finishing games. It wasn't, you know, staying in them until that fourth quarter. It's finishing those games.
Well, let's see if Johnson can fight their way back into it. Have not led since it was 4-3. as Vento draws his third foul of the game. Correct me, his second team foul, or second foul of the game. 18-11, Smithfield leads. Has the Snowman at the top of the key. Snowman inside to Smith, Morcilli on the coverage. Smith spin move, and it ends up and good. What a spin move by the senior center.
Very mobile for such a big frame.
My goodness. When I saw him in warm-ups, I was like, wow, this guy is massive. Dicklow, pull up mid-range, off the back rim and out. Smithfield will take possession on the offense. Dwyer, pass to the corner of the Trost, inside to Smith. Morcilli on the defense. Smith puts it up and off the backboard and in. Second consecutive bucket for Smith, and just like that, Smithfield has gone up to a double-digit lead. And this is danger territory for Johnston compared to last year. Inside to Neal. Neal against Trainer. Neal loses ball coverage off his foot. Now down by the left corner. Touched out of bounds last by Smithfield. It was Morcilli and Trost fighting for it in the corner. And I think Trost stepped out of bounds.
You know, Denny, going back to something you said earlier in the game, this size is just, it's going to be such a big factor in this game. 33 is just unstoppable in the paint.
Big force for Smithfield. Vento inside, that one's stolen. Dwyer with Cherry to beat. Dwyer to the hoop, in and out. And Neal gets it knocked out of his hands by Snowman, and the Panthers will retain the ball. This is when they need to start taking advantage of these turnovers. You know, maybe get some revenge of their own. Dicklow inside, pass to Neal, takes a step back. Cherry fakes it, now takes it, and Cherry connects. The sophomore guard knocks down his first bucket of the game.
Yeah,
Johnston pulls it within 8.
Like you're saying, the other team capitalizes on the turnovers from Johnston. Johnston needs to do the same to stay in this game.
Dwyer to Blakely. Neal on the coverage. Blakely steps back, takes a three. No good, rolls in and out. Neal with it, passes to Cherry. Cherry searching. To Dicklow. Dicklow against Snowman. Dicklow, drive inside. Rolls off the back rim and in. Dicklow finds that one to fall. And the Panthers have pulled to within 6. The Pen getting in their chance. He's a freshman. Trainer. Snowman from beyond the arc. Good! Snowman silences the Panther Pen. Timeout called. Wow, that was a big shot by the senior right there. With the Panther Pen finally getting back into it, making it a 6-point game. Snowman shuts the crowd up. Big time shot, Matt.
Yeah, you know, putting up by 9 with 3 minutes left to go in the half. Big shot there. Johnson still could come away with a couple points, maybe the lead here if they play perfection. They just got to capitalize on Smithfield's mistakes because Smithfield is capitalizing on theirs. The turnovers from Johnson. Smithfield getting that ball and using those opportunities to score. Johnson just has to do the same to stay in the game. You know, it sounds so...
Dwyer almost loses it. Dwyer with Morcilli on coverage. 2:20 to go. Dwyer inside Morcilli. Dicklow, what a steal! Inside to Neal. Neal, oh! The up and under couldn't get it to fall. Snowman to Dwyer. Dwyer thinks about it, now drives in. Cherry knocks it away, and it's gonna be Johnston ball as that last touch Blakely.
Missed opportunity there. That's what we were talking about, Ant. Big break, wide open layup, and just hit the rim.
Yeah, like you mentioned, it's just not being able to finish. That's been their main problem, and exposing right there. Dicklow back to the top of the key to Cherry. Looking for a man, now passes back to Cherry. Cherry inside, takes a mid-range, blocked by Smith. Dwyer takes it up on Vento off the front rim, rebound by Dicklow. To Cherry, slows the offense down, leading for Vento. Had Morsilli open in left wing. Morsilli thought about it. Neal as Trost will check in for Smithfield and Skino will check in for Johnston. Vento and Dwyer will head to the bench.
Here for the first time, I think Johnston's down double-digit points, down 12, 16-28.
Under 1 minute to go. Johnston wants to go into the half trailing by single digits. Inside of Smith, Skino on coverage, Smith up, and it's good. Smithfield enters the 30-point range, and it's now a 14-point lead for the Sentinels. Cherry thought about it to Dicklow. Dicklow inside, out to Morsilli, wide open in the left corner. His three rolls in and out. Trost. Whoa, no look past the Snowman. What a play by Smithfield. No look pass from Trost the Snowman. Shot clock turned off with 10 seconds to go here in the first half. Johnson wants to go into the half on a high note. Cherry outside. Morsilli again wide open in the left corner. Off the rim. Morsilli. 3 to go. Dicklow at the buzzer. Air balls and it's no good. Missed opportunities there from Johnston. And we have entered halftime. Smithfield 32, Johnston 16. What have you seen from the first half, Matt?
I mean, Johnston's definitely got unlucky in some of these balls, just in and out of the rim. But what I'm seeing right now is just Smithfield outplaying them, making some not so smart decisions with the ball on Johnston. Coming down, they're just not being able to finish. They're getting to the rim, they're getting to the basket, and they just can't finish. They can't seem to score. They had the lead one time this game, and they just let that up. It's the turnovers, it's the rebounds, it's the fouls, it's giving them the free points. And if they just clean it up, they're a good team, man.
Yeah, they started the game off like that. They started off 4-3. That was their last lead of the game. And ever since then, it's been all Smithfield. So we're going to go into the halftime break. Smithfield 32, Johnston 16. We'll be back for the second half.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the
When you or your loved ones are hurt, nothing's more important than getting the best care fast. Ortho RI Express offers immediate injury care by the specialists at Ortho Rhode Island. Our experienced orthopedists are trained to treat acute bone, joint, and muscle injuries, providing expert care right away, no referral needed, so you and your loved ones can get better faster. Ortho RI Express. Injuries don't wait, neither should you.
Si usted supiera que mezclar drogas y alcohol puede hacerle 200 veces más propenso a provocar un choque que un conductor sobrio, ¿lo haría? No conduzca borracho, no conduzca drogado y trate de detener a alguien que lo está.
Hey, manita, ¿qué pasó? Hey, no se te olvide de la pizza.
Blake Lee inside to Smith. Morcilli on coverage. Smith inside and off the window and in. Smith again. He's been a force all night. Continues to do it. Starting lineup for both teams start here in the second half. Dicklow outside to Skino. Skino inside. Corner to Cherry. Cherry loses ball. Now to Morcilli Vento at the top of the key. Calls for a screen. Inside on Smith, pull up mid-range shot, it's in. Vento finally gets a knockdown, his first bucket in a while. And let's see maybe if that can spark something with the Panthers. Dwyer, stolen by Vento. Oh, Dwyer retains it. Would have been a huge steal by Ronnie Vento. Trainer to the corner to Blakely. Inside. Almost traveled there. Smith. Morcilli on coverage. Loses the ball. Loose ball now to Trainer. Top of the key to Dwyer. Dwyer's three. Rolls in and out. Trainer. Smith now gets it. Over Morcilli. No good again. Smith. Passes outside of Blakely. Dwyer, top of the key again. Pure! Dwyer again. The second chance opportunity points. Comes back to haunt the Panthers again. 38-18, 20-point lead for Smithfield. Dicklow, his three. Dicklow hits. Much needed three-pointer for the Panthers as they call a timeout.
Yeah, I just don't know how you stop number 33, Devon Smith. I mean, he's played incredible tonight. You get him in that paint, he's going to do something incredible. He's going to overpower you, he's going to oversize you, or he's just going to hit a little spin move and lay it up. You just can't do anything with that height when you don't have someone out there that can compete with that.
It's a second chance opportunity that has really just been the problem for the Panthers these past 2 years. And it's already continuing tonight because they're giving Smithfield about 5 tries to make a basket, and they're finally going to hit on the last one. It's only a matter of time before they finally hit one. But Johnston, when they finally force a turnover, they just can't respond on it. And really, the way to stop number 33, you got to just knock the ball out of his hands right when they're passing it to him. That's the only way to stop him. Just don't let the ball get in his hands. And it's only a matter of time. I thought we would see a lot more of Neal and Pettit tonight, but we haven't really seen that much. He's been sticking with Michael Morcilli.
You know, they're sticking with that lineup that can go out there and put a lot of points on the board. But you got to have some defense out there to stop this guy. He's just going to run through you and go up to the basket and just score.
Also like to note that the 2023 boys basketball Johnston Panthers team is in the building watching their Johnston Panthers. Won the state title, or Division II title 2 years ago. Inside of Smith, Cherry almost steals it. Fouled on the way up, and Smith is going to go on to shoot two. Well, right there, that almost worked when I just said just don't let the ball get into his hands and try to knock it out. Cherry almost got it, but Smith just snatched it away. He's going to go on to shoot two. First one is through.
You know, I was really hoping he was Giannis, where he can't shoot free throws, but he can get into the paint. But clearly not. He's just an all-around player.
Smith rolls around the rim like 3 times. It goes in 100% from the line. 39-21, Smithfield leads. There's Dicklow on the left wing. Gets it knocked out by Snowman, but retains. Dicklow inside Morcilli. Morcilli's deep three off the front rim and into the hands of Blakely from Smithfield. Blakely, spin move against Morcilli. Now goes to the corner. Spin move on Skino. Blakely looking for a man. Now pass to Dwyer. Playing a little catch along the top of the key in the right wing. Dwyer gets a screen. Has Smith open in the paint, doesn't see him. Now pass inside a Trainer. Trainer off the window and in.
You know, this is what I was talking about, Ant.
Here's Skino looking for a man. 20-point lead for Smithfield. Tie for the highest of the game. Cherry's three. No good, off the backboard. Rebounded by Vento. Skino inside. Skino up and gets fouled all the way up by Smith. Kind of shocked by that one because he thought he got all ball. But nonetheless, Skino's going to go to the line and shoot two.
Yeah, but going back to what you were saying, Ant, Josh is not being able to capitalize on Smithfield's mistakes. They're getting opportunities to score, and they're just not taking them. Where Smithfield, they miss a shot, they can go up, get a few more tries. Johnson, they miss a shot. You know, Smithfield gets that ball back right away. They go down and they score, and they're up 20 right now. Johnson's going to have a hard time coming back.
Skino doesn't connect on the second, so 0 for 2 from the line for Skino. As Snowman bounces it off of Morsilli, but they say it last touched. Oh, never mind, now they reverse the call. I was gonna say that looked like it was clearly off Johnston. Snowman did the old off the player. As now a press defense for Johnston. As Dwyer looks for a man out to Blakely. Passes over Trainer again past half court. Inside to Smith. Trainer in the corner. Had a wide open shot, didn't see it. But now Blakely with Skino on coverage. Dwyer inside on Vento. Dwyer's take is no good. Smith off his hands for the rebound. Pass to Cherry, has one man to beat. Cherry with a little Euro step to the bucket. Oh, and it rolls in and out. That's been the luck for the Panthers all night. It's just been a bunch of roll in and out. But nonetheless, Cherry's gonna go on to shoot 2.
Gotta capitalize on these here, down 20. You wanna at least get to down 18, have some sort of getting back.
First one is through for Cherry. Has 2 subs for Smithfield. Trost and DiLorenzo check in as Smith and Dwyer check out, so that's kind of a break for Johnston. Cherry trying to go for 2 for 2, and does. Back to an 18-point game. Johnston trying to fight their way back into this one. Here's Blakely. Thought about the 3. Fakes out Skino. Has Dicklow. Oh, he tried to go for a dunk over Dicklow, but Dicklow follows him on the way up, and Blakely's going to go on to shoot 2. As he's kind of limping off a little bit. Kind of took a shot. As Rodriguez waits at the substitution table. First one for Blakely is in. As Skino will check out of the game, replacing him is Henry Rodriguez, the junior. Still haven't really seen a lot of minutes from Neal and Pettit in this one. As Blakely goes 2 for 2 from the line. As they increase it to a 20-point lead again. Cherry, his left-hand take rolls in and out. Morsilli misses the putback. Oh my goodness. 2 missed opportunities for Johnston right there. Throws to Snowman with Rodriguez on coverage. Snowman drives in with the left-hand take is no good. Rebound by Dicklow. Cherry, oh, and it bounces off his hands. Oh, that was a beautiful pass from Dicklow down court to Cherry. Trojan calling for a press. Snowman into Trainer. To Blakely. 3:30 to go. Blakely takes a 3 and rolls in and out and in. Well, that's been the luck for Blakely in this one. The leading scorer for Smithfield. Dicklow's pull-up mid-range is no good. Rebounded by Trost to DiLorenzo to Blakely. Fakes out 2 Panther defenders. Oh, almost got it. Trost tries to put back, no good. Trost gets it. Blakely fakes the 3. The right-handed take is no good. And who's that last touch by? Last touch by Smithfield. So, man, almost a second chance opportunity comes back to haunt the Panthers again. But lucky for them, Smithfield couldn't cash in.
No, it's been, pretty unlucky for Johnson. A lot of balls just rolling in and out. But they also got to clean up some stuff.
Cherry's 3 rolls in and out. 3-on-1. Snowman fakes it, goes to the corner. Inside of Trost, inside of Trainer. Trainer gets fouled on the way up, and he's going to be shooting 2. As now Pettit goes to the substitution booth. Well, if you're just tuning in, game started with Johnson really playing good basketball, but after they went up 4-3, it's been all Smithfield. As Trainer goes to the line to shoot 2 more free throws for Smithfield. First one is in. As Pettit checks out for Chris Cherry. senior center. Trainer looking to go 2 for 2 from the line. And does just that. Excellent free throw shooting for Smithfield tonight as Christopher Chonis checks in for Smithfield. His first minutes of the game. Different look for Smithfield, up by 25 in this one. Bento thought about the deep three. Morsilli now takes the three. Air ball, rebounded by Rodriguez. Inside of Diclo. Diclo's take gets blocked, but fouled on the way up. Di Lorenzo commits it, and Diclo will go to the line to shoot 2. Johnson has scored 7 points since halftime. Make that 8 as Smith will check in for Smithfield. So the big threat will check back in. Dick looking to go 2 for 2 from the line. And does just that. Makes it a 24-point game. Here's Blakely. Passes cross court to Di Lorenzo. Lefty takes it, no good, rebound by Vento. Pass to Diclo. Diclo. Oh, had Rodriguez in the corner, didn't see him. Vento fakes the three, pull up mid-range shot, off the front rim and no good. Into the hands of Snowman. Vento on the coverage, pass to Chonis in the corner. Now reset at the top to Blakely with Diclo on the defense. Morsilli. Blakely rolls by him. Smith from the free throw line. Off the backboard and in. Bank is open for Smith.
He's just doing everything today.
Diclo, his pull-up mid-range, rolls in and out. Jonas with the rebound. Blakely, his drive inside, and one. Count the bucket. Blakely, the star for Smithfield tonight, continues his dominance, and he'll go to the line to finish the and one. As Shamori Constant gets his first minutes. And checking in for Smithfield, Matthew Hannigan. Different look for both squads. As Smith misses that one, but rolls out of bounds. It's going to be Johnston ball.
So, you know, Pettit, not a great rebounder last year, but has kind of seemed to tame Smith here.
Vento loses the ball with Blakely on coverage. Vento takes him to the top of the key, rolls in and out. That's been his luck all night. Di Lorenzo with the rebound. Blakely will try to slow it down. Approaching a minute to go here in the third. Constant on the coverage. Gets a screen, Morsilli. Blakely inside on Constant. And a traveling violation. Took about 5 steps right there on the drive. 27-point game. Johnston looking to fight their way back into this one. Rodriguez fakes it, gets it blocked by Chonis. Blakely with it. Blakely drives. No look pass to Smith. Stolen away. Constant with the deflection, now taken by Morsilli. Shot clock turned off, so Johnson can just do whatever they want with the ball. Morsilli thought about it. Vento drives inside, pull up mid-range, off the front iron. Now Smithfield has an opportunity to take the last shot. And with how their shooting has been going, I wouldn't be shocked to see one fall right now from Blakely. Blakely with Vento on coverage, he gets it stolen. Constant to Vento, and Blakely's gonna commit the foul to regret any fast break points for the Panthers. Blakely would check out as Dwyer will check in for Smithfield.
Johnson down being 27. It's gonna be a long comeback here.
Constant with 5 to play. Looks for a shot. Morsilli in the corner. No good. Smith at the buzzer just throws it off the ceiling. And we've completed 3 here from Johnston. Smithfield taking complete control of the game, 52-25. They lead by 27. We're going to take a quick break. 4th quarter coming up.
Si usted supiera que mezclar drogas y alcohol puede hacerle 200 veces más propenso a provocar un choque que un conductor sobrio, ¿lo haría? No conduzca borracho, no conduzca drogado y trate de detener a alguien que lo está.
Hey, manita, ¿qué pasó? Hey, no se te olvide de la pizza.
If you knew that mixing drugs and alcohol might make you 200...
Fourth quarter begins here from Johnson High School alongside Matt Duquette. I'm Anthony Vendetta, your play-by-play announcer. Dante doing the stats. Aren't the men behind the camera, or excuse me, the computer. Timothy and Thomas O'Dara behind the cameras. Leading scorer for both squads. For Smithfield, Blakely with 12, and for Johnston, it is Dicklow with 9. So the freshman leading the team in scoring. But Johnston really hasn't got it going offensively. Rodriguez drive inside of Pettit. Pettit off the window and falls. So Jake Pettit gets his second bucket to fall. 52-27. In the corner to Chonas. To DiLorenzo. Back to Chonas. To the corner. Cannigan. Back to the corner to Dwyer. Dwyer drives to Smith. Pettit on the coverage. Pettit knocks it out. But great defense by Pettit to deflect it. Doesn't agree that it was off him. Look to pass it in. Smith gets it with Pettit on the coverage. 5 to shoot. Smith drives inside on Constant. No offensive foul call, but he misses. Bento with it to Rodriguez. Fakes the 3. Drives inside and gets fouled on the way up. So Rodriguez is going to go on to shoot 2.
Johnson's going to need a big comeback here. 25 points. I mean, that's a lot to be down by, especially in the 4th quarter. Like you said, they don't like being down double digits. Now imagine being down 25 with only 7 minutes left to go. They're going to need a generational run right here.
Rodriguez hits the first as 3 subs check back into the game for Smithfield. Snowman, Trainer, and Trost. All it takes is just one big run for the Panthers to get back into this one, make it manageable. As Rodriguez goes 1 for 2, but a big chance for Johnson to get something. As Rodriguez loses it, but Morsilli regains. To the corner, Rodriguez. Back out to Constant. The junior. Oh, almost had it stripped away. Dwyer to the corner. Rodriguez is 3. No good. Pettit loses it, but knocked out of bounds by Smith. So another chance coming for Johnston. And this is where they need to take advantage, especially if they want to fight their way back into it.
You know, Anthony, even if we lose this game, there's just a positive takeaway that I want to give a big shout out to. Jacob Pettit, I mean, he's played, the minutes he's played has been amazing to me. You know, his job is to go in there, get those rebounds, be that big post guy that number 33 is being for Smithfield. And I've seen that from him tonight. He hasn't been struggling with the rebounds. When he's got the ball, he's been getting those layups that he should be getting with his size. And that's just a plus for them, having that big guy that they can now use and that they can now rely on throughout the season.
Yeah, Jake Pettit, you know, that senior guard, or excuse me, senior center, he's going to be that big key piece for Johnson if they want to succeed. And to your point, he has been that, you know, kind of X factor for them tonight, because when Smith and him are battling, Pettit has really won the battle all night. You know, Smith has had a couple of them over him, but Pettit has been providing that great defense, scoring a couple buckets, and that's what Johnson wants to see out of him. Pass to Constant in the corner, his three. Rolls off the front rim. And Smith gets the rebound. Pass to Trost. Trost thought about it. Now pass to Snowman. Rodriguez, almost deflected away. Trainer drives. Trost in the corner. Stolen by Constant. Constant has Dwyer chasing him. Constant wins the battle. 22-point game now. As Pettit almost forces a turnover. Snowman kind of walks with it, and now it's blocked by Pettit. That's what Johnson wants to see. Pass inside of Constant. And Constant dribble out of bounds. And Smith is going to retain. Those costly turnovers when Johnson, it feels like they're starting to get some momentum, just can never just keep the momentum, it feels like. Snowman passes to Dwyer as they get the ball past half court. Trost, his three in the corner, rolls in and out. Rodriguez and Trainer fight for it, but last touch by Trainer. Doesn't seem to agree. Timeout on the floor as a Smithfield player ties his shoe. 5:43 to go. 22-point lead for Smithfield. Looking to fight their way back into it with 5:30 to play. Pass in the corner to Vento. Vento with Dwyer covering. Foul on the floor. It's going to be on Dwyer. As Blakely would check back into the game. Going to replace Cody Trost.
He's been a big scorer for Smithfield tonight. Him and Smith have just been a great dynamic duo.
Blakely the leading scorer for Smithfield. As I think we had a scoreboard problem, so I think they're just going to replay it. 5:22 to go. I think it was a shot clock issue. As four subs wait to check in, Cherry, Dicklow, Neal, and Skino. So a new look for Johnston. Again, the 2022 to 23 Division II state champions are in the building as that one is stripped away by Dwyer. Dwyer is just going to lay it up and in. Skino almost was there for the block, but Dwyer was already beaten there by a mile. Cherry to Dicklow. Snowman on coverage. Dicklow to the corner. Constant, his three. Rolls out. As now up by 24, Smithfield can just control the clock. Blakely from the corner continues to dominate.
You know, I'm no basketball genius. And you know, I'm not a basketball coach, but I just wonder why I take Pettit out. He's been having such a great game.
As Dicklow misses his. Smithfield looking to just really just do whatever they want with the ball. Snowman from the left wing. Swish. Nothing but net from Snowman right there. As Smithfield has their biggest lead of the game, it's now a 30-point lead. As a timeout on the floor as benches are emptying for Johnston. Ryan Waterman, Will Ferrara, Abner, and Jake Arujo. Transfer from Cumberland. So really the benches are emptying with 4 minutes to go. And really, Smithfield's gonna start it the season on the right side. Blew out Johnson last year in Smithfield by 20. And they're looking to do it by 30 here in Johnson as Arujo's shot hits the wire. For Smithfield, Cicciatelli checks in, along with Hannigan, Chonis, and DiLorenzo, loose ball on the ball. Possession arrow to the Panthers.
Yeah, this has been a tough game for the Panthers. Not the way you want to start off your season, but Smithfield, tough opponent. Like you said, made the playoffs last year, lost to Hendricken.
Pass to the corner. To Jonas. Jonas, ooh, had an open look, just couldn't handle the ball. Thought about it before he shot, as that one still in the hands of Smithfield. 2 to shoot. At the shot clock. Rolls in and out, rebound by Neal. And stolen away. Inside, this cut is good. Number 11 for Smithfield cashes in on the turnover by Neal. Araho, Waterman, top of the key, off the front rim. Rebound by Kyle Blakely. So 2 Blakely brothers on this team, as number 22, Logan Trainer, younger brother of Shane, will check in. Jonas will check out. Here is Logan Trainer. Pass to Kyle Blakely. Blakely to the corner. Ooh, big spin move by Hannigan. Oh, can't finish, as that one is knocked out of the hands. And it's going to go Johnson's way. Well, with 2:40 to go, 32-point game. Not the way Johnson wanted to start the year, especially at home, as the bench players will get their chance to score some varsity points. Jacob Burrow, transferred from Cumberland. His pull-up mid-range shot rolls in and out, and it's going to go Smithfield way. Johnson's next home game will be Monday here against Cumberland. They get a chance to try and bounce back. Pass to Trainer. Trainer thought about the 3, now drives inside on Neal. His take is good. Younger brother of Shane gets it to fall. Everything going right for the Sentinels, as that one only gets stolen. Neal, up and under, gets it to fall and the bucket. As Neal will go to the line to try to complete the 3-point play.
You know, tough for Johnson here. You know, you don't want to lose your game by your first game of the year by 30 points.
As Neal can't complete the and one. Is Kyle Blakely. Passes to Hannigan. 11th shot is no good, rebounded by Arujo. Down court to Neal. Neal drives inside, gets fouled on the way up. Let's see if it was on the floor or it's going to be 2 free throws. Looks like it was on the floor. Ferrara passes to Arujo. His 3 from the left wing. No good. Rebound by number 11. Down to Hannigan, who's just going to slow it down for Smithfield. Pass to Trainer. Trainer to 11. 11's left wing take. No good. Rebound by Blakely. Hannigan thought about the 3. Inside. Left hand take is off the rim. Rebound by Chinelli. It's a taken away by Waterman. Waterman. His righty take is good. Waterman gets his first points of the 2025 season. As under a minute to go in this one, Smithfield looking to just dribble this one out, but still got to have one more shot attempt. Here's 11. Drives the son on Abner to the corner and off the hands of Trainer. It's going to go Johnston way with 42 seconds to go. 30-point lead for Smithfield. Rujo, step back, thought about it. Neal takes a 3, no good. Rebound by Ciccitelli. As with 20 seconds left, inside a Trainer, they're just gonna dribble this one out with 15 seconds to go. And Smithfield, deja vu from last year. They're going to start off the season with a W in a dominating fashion. They won by 20 last year. Going to win by 30 this year in Johnston's home arena. 1 second to go, the final buzzer, and that'll do it. Your final from Johnston High School, 64-34. Smithfield blows out Johnston in dominating fashion. And from start to finish, it really just went Smithfield's way.
Yeah, you know, it was tough for Johnston. It's just so disappointing to me because they're all so talented. It's a really talented team, and they just make those stupid mistakes that cause them, like turning over the ball, not being able to rebound. It's just, if they clean that up, they'll have a good season. And I feel as if they have a bright future. They just got to fix those small mistakes. And this isn't really great for their confidence, losing 30 after going 0-22 last season. But, yeah.
Leading scorer for Smithfield today was Blakely. For Johnston, the leading scorer was Jordan Dicklow, had 9. So good game by the freshman. But nonetheless, Smithfield's going to take this one 64-34. And that's going to do it from our opening stream night here from Johnston High School. Smithfield wins 64-34. Alongside Matthew Duquette, I'm your play-by-play announcer, Anthony Vendetti. Dante doing the stats, Arthur Men behind the computer, Timothy and Thomas Zoidara behind the cameras. We are your crew from Johnston High School Media, honored to be on the NFHS Network and our own YouTube channel. We're going to say good night and see ya from Johnston High School. Your final once again, 64-34. Smithfield takes it. Have a good night, everybody.